A Thought for Your Pennies is hosted by Shawna and Sqeaky and explores ways to save money and tips to avoid scams, all while they share their own stories along the way. Get in touch by calling 970-425-3060 or emailing penniespod@gmail.com.
Hey, penny thinkers, welcome back to A Thought for Your Pennies, the show where we learn how to save money together. I'm Shawna, and this is Sqeaky. Sqeaky, why aren't you moving? What are you doing?
Menopause. Menopause.
You have to move the mic closer to your mouth or something. I don't know what's going on, But
Shawna, you said this was an episode about men being paused.
Sqeaky. This is about menopause. All one word together. Yeah, which is not men paused.
But you said.
No, menopause is just one word, bro. It's just.
So I can move?
You can totally move.
Okay. Are you sure?
Yeah, let's for Sqeaky and everybody else, let's just go over some basic biology, because this is an episode where we're going to talk about menopause, some stories, some savings, some scams, not men pausing. But thank you, Sqeaky, for illustrating that nobody knows what menopause is. Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Wouldn't it be better if men just paused, though?
I mean...
Let the bears take over?
I mean, that is who women trust in the woods much more, is a bear over a man. That is
I love
facts.
the conversations where men try to defend that. They're like, well, who would defend the women? And then the women are like, defend from who?
Yeah, with the bear, we are like so much more comfortable with. Well, getting back to the topic, menopause is when somebody doesn't have a period for over a year. It has to be 12 months of no periods. Menopause can happen across any gender. It's fine. And it is the end of the reproductive kind of life that starts with menarche, which is when periods start, when puberty commences for people who have uteruses.
Menarche sounds a lot like anarchy. How is it different?
The matriarchy. Now, menarche is, when you start shedding your uterine lining.
Like you do.
That happens to people. And then menopause is when you stop shedding that stuff. And it's a very interesting topic, especially when it comes financially, because what happened is back in 2002, there was a study on the most common treatment for menopause, which was called HRT, hormone replacement therapy. And it was found that going on hormones can give you cancer risk. So since 2002, women have been like,
that's no good.
Crap, and there's no real alternative. That is the major treatment for it. So people have been like, oh, I need to exercise more. I need the supplements. Oh, I need to align my chakras or whatever it is in order to get relief from menopausal symptoms. However, recently...
Can I interject something?
Yes.
I don't want to explain menopause, but I think I can confidently say that if you're paying for like magic crystals or paying to have your chakras aligned, you just got scammed. Well, save some money. Align your own chakras, find your own crystals. It'll be just as good.
Find the inner divinity in you. You don't need to pay a practitioner, although I do honor practitioners. Anyway, getting into what happened. So 2002 risks cancer with the primary way of treating menopause. However, they found that it was actually the specific hormone medication that was in this study with thousands of women that caused that increased risk. And hormone replacement therapy itself is actually pretty safe.
Oh, so it's like one bad hormone. Like, yeah. And they made a new one. It's better now.
Yeah, it's better now. So that's why there's this huge, Renaissance knowledge about menopause and hormone replacement therapy and what's effective and what's not effective. And, the medical field, as usual, when it comes to women's health issues, has some catching up to do in order what they tell women in the doctor's office, right?
Nah, never. The whole medical field has never screwed up with like the wrong size crash test dummy or undersampling or anything. No, never.
Right. Only 7% of medical test subjects are women.
Ugh.
So there just really is not a whole lot of data or a whole lot of priority given to women's health issues. In fact, recently they just came out, the American, is it the Association or Academy of Obstetricians and Gynecologists just came out and said, hey, you know what? When you're inserting an IUD into a cervix, that is painful and you should offer pain treatment for people's pain if they're getting an IUD inserted.
Wait, you're putting a funny-shaped metal object in a tiny hole, and they're like, this doesn't hurt. Suck it up. Walk it off.
Medical knowledge is full of this idea that the womb can experience no pain. Your uterus doesn't feel anything, despite the fact that there's also studies out there saying that periods are more painful than heart attacks in terms when it comes to cramping. So yeah, you could definitely experience pain, and you need like a cervix softener. You need a topical, number around the area. You shouldn't just try to, white knuckle get an IUD insertion.
You know what? Next time, like at Thanksgiving, my grandma, everyone's going to be there. I'll just ask her which is more painful, her periods or the 5 heart attacks she's had. It'll be just a pleasant conversation.
I'm sure. So now people know you can take hormone replacement therapy, but it's hard. I mean, for me personally, this is an issue because when I was 38, I started sweating to death at night. Like, wake up in the middle of the night just covered in slime. And the thing about menopause, too, is that you can have symptoms of menopause 10 years before you actually go through the medical definition of menopause, which is a year without a period.
This is... Okay, I see how the patriarchy formed, right?
Uh-huh. You could see
Men
it
were all like,
in your mind's eye.
Quick, they're down. Get them. Is that what happened?
I mean, I'm no historian.
We got a 10-year window. Get them. Oh, my goodness. What the... This is terrible.
So 38, I'm sweating to death. So for 2 years, I'm going to my doctors being like, I am sweating to death. I need help. And their response was like...
Just the silence of the night? Just nothing?
Nothing. They had nothing. They were like, well, that is what happens to people. And no. And so I went through the journey of trying to self-medicate for this stuff, of like buying all the cooling blankets, buying all the supplements that you could get. And guess what? Nothing worked. We were this close when I finally got help to buying that Sleep Number blanket thing that has like a little air conditioner that goes underneath your bed with a hose that blows into the blanket. And then you could tell it like this side 60 degrees, this side 75 degrees,
Give
or
like a
whatever.
little app to control it.
Right. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. That gets pretty expensive until I was scrolling through Instagram, and they know the algorithms and what I had been searching for. And they finally were like, oh, here's somebody who will actually prescribe what you need, which is the hormone replacement therapy stuff. And I have felt so much better being on that. And it's like, you have to take 2 different kinds of hormones. And one is like this bright little orange pill. And then the other one is a patch.
Orange?
Yeah, like your beard wax. Yes, definitely. Same stuff probably.
You just eat my beard wax. Okay.
Yeah, save yourself money there. No. Don't do that. So that's what I do. Well, I think the reason why it was really hard for me to get hormone replacement therapy was the medical industry catching up with itself and being able to do that. But also, you get prescribed hormone replacement therapy, and it's not a permanent solution. Like, I can't be on this for the rest of my life, nor do I need to be really. It's a transition that your body is going through. So eventually my body's just going to get used to not having the hormones that it used to. And its response isn't going to be like, oh, we're going to sweat to death because we don't have enough estrogen anymore.
So to make sure I understand, you said menarche's the beginning. It's the premenopause part, right? And you could be in that for how long?
10 years perimenopause.
Perimenopause. Menarche's
Right.
the beginning.
Menarche's beginning. Perimenopause.
Perimenopause.
Menopause. And then postmenopausal.
Okay, so you just need this medicine to last 10 years and you're good.
I mean, it could be. It depends on, everybody's different, and it depends on your postmenopausal body, how it's taking it. But the thing is you can't be on hormone replacement therapy forever. You could take, most of the time they recommend like 5 years after you start, or after 51 seems to be most of the, according to medical news today, is how long you can really be on it. So you have to time it just right. Like, if I start taking this at 40, if I don't actually hit menopause by 50, then I'll have these, I don't know. I don't know how long I can take this stuff. But I think that's another reason why doctors might be a little reticent to prescribe it, because they know that eventually you're just going to have to face the music of being really uncomfortable with all of these hormonal changes.
What happens if you just keep taking it? Does it stop working or what?
It might increase your risk of different medical conditions. So
you've got to weigh the risk of that,
Right.
whatever those are, versus the suffering.
Right.
Oh.
The suffering that you have every day. Yeah. But I think there's medical risks in everything you take. Like, there's medical risk with birth control, with getting an IUD inserted, with...
Like, to be fair, though, the risk of having a kid is way higher.
Yeah, right?
Right? Like, whatever surgical complications happen, they're not giving you crap 20 years later for not paying their way through college, right?
Yeah. Whatever breast cancer you have, hopefully 20 years later, it's gone. But it might be living in your bones. You don't know.
Would that be an upgrade for children if they just lived in your bones? No.
No, I prefer them outside of my body, to be honest.
That makes sense.
That's the best place for them. Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't want your bones eating a whole bag of shrimp. That makes sense.
That's right. They're pretty good out here. But yeah, so that is our story introduction to menopause and why we want to talk about it, because there has been a lot of shifting medical narrative literature about what is good and what isn't good. And that is prime for people to be scammed about it. So we're going to talk about how menopause can affect you fiscally in our savings segment next, and then we'll talk about the scams that come along with menopause. But if you want to share with us your menopause stories, better ways to save, feel free to reach out to us, thoughtforyourpenniespod@gmail.com, or give us a call at 970-425-3060 and share with us so that we can all learn how to save money together.
Well, thanks, Shawna. You've forced me to learn a lot.
You're welcome, Sqeaky. Hey there, Penny Thinkers. This is the ad part of our show that you want to skip over, but I don't want you to skip it because I want you to help out people who have survived the LA fires, and we have this link for you, linkcuts.org/LA fires. If you go there, there's a Google spreadsheet that has a ton of different organizations to help out the victims of the LA fire. Would love if you could show your support for our show by supporting the survivors.
I don't know what you said, Shawna, but I wholeheartedly agree that we should help people in the LA fires. So yeah, was that linkcuts.org/LA fires, all lowercase?
Yeah, that is the link, linkcuts.org/LA fires.
Well, I support You Think I Am. Fires prevent, money donate.
Did I just word salad?
If you didn't, I got lost.
Oh, man. The important thing is linkcuts.org/LA fires. Hey, Penny Thinkers. Welcome back to A Thought for Your Pennies, the show where we learn to save money together. I'm Shawna, and this is Sqeaky.
Hi, I'm Sqeaky, and I'm literally a mustachio-twirling villain.
Okay.
Sorry, the listeners can't hear me twirling my mustache.
It is impressive to behold. So if you're listening to this, you should go to our YouTube channel and see the beard wax amazing persona on camera of Sqeaky.
Wow, that is the best compliment of my appearance that anyone except my mother has ever given me.
Oh, well, I assume that you wanted to have an impressive mustache for our menopause episode. Mustache menopause, huh? Can we make that work?
Are we? Okay, hang on. Like, not waxing to remove, but like beard waxing? And are we putting
Beard wax.
Are we
Beard
putting
wax, man.
handlebars on the bikini zone? What are we doing?
All right, moving along. We're going to talk about menopause and savings because you may not be aware that menopause can cost you money.
What? What? You killed the humor. Menopause could just. Okay, so let me get this straight. God or nature, whatever you believe in, it gets you. So then men get you, and now the economy's getting you?
That's right. Welcome to the menopause penalty.
Gross. Can I just be angry at the concept of Who do I rage at? What is this?
Well, it's, I guess society, if you want to rage against the machine, maybe.
Okay, I can do that. They're
You
pretty
can do
good.
that?
I like that.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, good. I'm glad I
Awesome.
could give you a productive outlet for your rage. But yeah, so if you are feeling subpar due to menopause, it's more than just being unpleasant. It impacts your job performance and earning potential because there's like 50 plus symptoms of menopause. Do you know them all?
I know the ones you told me.
Right?
Something about needing an
sweating
orange
at
pill.
night.
Sweating, yeah, becoming
Right.
slime. Becoming
Right.
slime.
Right. So I think
yeah.
the more ones that people commonly know on are like the hot flashes, the woman standing in front of the freezer being like, oh my gosh. But depression, heart palpitations, irritability, anxiety, hair loss, brain fog, and
Wait.
then there's some surprising ones. Yeah.
Before we get to the surprise ones, anxiety and depression? So you get like I feel no emotions and then I feel the one bad emotion really bad, like at the same time?
I feel nothing, and I feel really bad that I feel nothing about it. Like I should feel something.
Why would your uterus guilt trip you?
Why? Indeed. Many questions for the uteruses in our lives.
Okay.
But the more surprising symptoms are cold
no.
flushes, dry eyes,
Dry
itchy
eyes?
skin, tinnitus.
Tonight? Wait, it gets your hearing?
It gets to your hearing.
So let me get this straight. If you're a woman shooter, you might not know if your gun or your uterus gave you tinnitus.
Yeah, I guess that would be hard to prove.
Sorry. Okay.
It can give you tinnitus, an altered sense of smell,
What?
burning mouth sensation.
Well, we're just gonna rush past altered sense of smell. What, like
Yeah.
you go to a Yankee Candle store and it starts smelling good instead of just smelling?
I don't know.
And
I haven't experienced that one or
and
the
burning
burning
mouth?
sensation.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay. Does it just feel like your mouth is burning, or is there like actually some rapid oxidation here? What's happening?
I don't know. We got this from healthline.com that burning mouth sensation is one of the surprising symptoms that you can get with menopause. And maybe it's just because you're drinking vodka straight from the bottle and you get that burning mouth feel.
Oh, it's a side effect of the self-medicating.
I don't know.
Got
I'm
it.
kidding. I'm
Okay.
kidding.
No, that makes
You
sense.
get dizziness, heartburn, brittle nails, and achy joints.
I bet there's also some bone stuff too, isn't there? But it screws you. No.
Right. Yeah, there
Oh,
is
it
bone
does.
stuff. When you start not having as much estrogen, you get osteopenia and osteoporosis, and that affects you as well. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm just gonna rattle off parts of the body and like you tell me if it gets you.
Okay.
The sclera.
I didn't see anything related to vision.
Really? Well, you
Oh,
don't
no, I'm sorry. Dry ice, my bad.
I missed that, didn't I? Okay,
Yeah,
never mind.
dry ice. According to the founder of MIDI Health, which is an online health
Okay.
agency that specializes in menopause, she talks about how women are wasting a tremendous amount of money on menopausal things because applying beauty products is not going to help you with menopause symptoms. Moisturizer is not going to change your hot flashes or insomnia or any of the other 50 plus things that I just skimmed the surface of. You actually need health care. That is what's going to help you get through perimenopause.
Because it's like a nerve, like an internal thing, right? So there's nothing you can apply topically,
It's a hormonal imbalance. Right.
Okay.
And people who have been diagnosed as menopausal spend 45% more on healthcare costs to treat their symptoms each year than people who are not menopausal.
Gross.
Yeah.
That's an American number right there.
Right? And so what Jill Herzig says is, instead of like trying to save up a bunch of money to be able to deal with the increased costs, actually really understand what menopause is and what you can actually do about it. Get familiar with all the symptoms, and so that as soon as you begin to notice it, you can actually get effective treatment instead of being like, oh, I'm going to put on this cold cream to help with my dry skin, when really you're going through menopause. That cold cream is not going to help you. You need medicine.
That makes a ton of sense. Don't buy into nonsense. Use evidence-based medicine. And
well, it's just that because there's so many symptoms, you start to experience this. You dry eyes and you're like, okay, I just need to get drops. And it's like, no, you need hormone replacement therapy. But you don't know that. You're just going out buying Visine, because you have no idea what is actually, how to treat this stuff.
In that example, does the Visine help in the moment? It just won't solve the problem, right?
Yeah, I think that's what this founder of MIDI Health is saying. Like, if you understand all these constellation of symptoms and think, oh, I could be, because again, you can start going into menopause 10 years before you actually have the symptoms. So if you actually get the thing that helps because it still just treats the symptoms. It doesn't really
it doesn't prevent
fix the
issue.
hormonal balance, right? Yeah. So, but I think it's just more effective than buying eye drops, maybe.
Yeah, but you already said that the hormones, you can only take them so long. Right. So, like, if you've only got one symptom and you can manage it, maybe push the hormones off as long as possible so you can hit as many symptoms as possible. Or do you get it as early as possible?
I don't know. I wouldn't recommend, delaying it at all.
Talk to a doctor.
Talk to a doctor, figure out what you need. But the point is, education is the key to saving money. Because you need to know what these symptoms are. You need to know your family history if you can, and talk to your doctors about what you can get help for. And like me, I feel like during those 2 years that I was sweating to death and I was buying all these over-the-counter products, like had I had a doctor who was just like, here you go, hormone replacement therapy, I would have saved so much money instead of buying these these just consumer products that weren't actually solving the issue of me sweating to death.
Yeah, because if you were going to get it fixed anyway, you were going to get the hormones. So all the other money you spent is just wasted, right?
Right, exactly.
Okay, that makes a ton of financial sense, yeah.
Yeah. So that's from if you want to read the whole interview with Jill, it's at hermoney.com. We'll have that in the show notes. The key way that you can save money on menopause is just understanding what the symptoms are. And instead of, thinking like, oh, there really isn't a treatment for it, find a doctor that will get you the treatment, understand what you're going through, and figure that out. Now, the other website I looked up is goodrx.com, which is a prescription savings website that has an article about menopause treatments and supplements and how to save on it. GoodRx says that oral estrogen, progesterone, combination tablets come as lower cost generics and are generally the most affordable menopause medications.
Low cost generics. That sounds good for us.
Right? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And then there's topical estradiol patches that are also an affordable option. And these are preferred to oral hormones because they have a lower risk of side effects.
And this is the patch you started?
Yeah, that's the patch I have. So you have two hormones that you have. Micronized progesterone is commonly prescribed. And
as
then
opposed to the macronized?
Right? Yeah, micronized. I'm not a pharmacist or a doctor. I don't know why it needs to be micronized, but there you go.
Okay. I'm not picking on you. I'm just...
Yeah.
I'm poorly playing with words because I've got nothing of substance to say about menopause.
Well, we should go through prostate-related savings on another episode. Yeah. And so there's combination patches that have both kinds of hormones on it. So you could just stick a patch, but those are available, but they're only brand names, so they may not be as affordable. Now, for some people, hormone replacement therapy isn't going to be possible for them for a variety of medical reasons, even though that is the most common treatment. So there are still medications that you can take to deal with, the symptoms of menopause. Like some Antidepressants can help with menopause symptoms. They're prescribed off-label, and the FDA has recognized one antidepressant as helping with a menopausal symptom.
Okay, that's cool. That's good to know.
Yeah. So there are some non-hormone medications, and they can come as lower-cost generics, but only one, according to GoodRx, Brisdell, come as a lower cost generic that helps with hot flashes and night sweats, but
Right.
the rest are available as brand name medications. We talked about, educating yourself to understand what menopause symptoms you might be experiencing that could be treated. We talked about savings on medications, and now we're going to talk about things you can do that aren't really related to medications but can help you deal with menopause.
Could you just
You ready?
take the uterus and throw it across the room?
I wish I could just be like, you know what? You're shedding your uterine lining. I'm just going to put you to the side. See you in 7 days. That would be pretty awesome.
Like, put it in the dishwasher, run a cycle, put it back.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Just like take care of yourself. No, but uterus does not, it's not, what is it called? I'm trying to think.
Detachable?
Yeah. Detachable uterus.
I don't know.
I don't got it. No. But here's some things you can do to help you feel better.
Okay.
Top thing is exercise. Especially, we were talking about bone health, weight-bearing exercises like walking, running, or dancing. As you deal with the estrogen loss that will cause osteoporosis, you need that kind of almost like micro trauma to your bones to build up its thickness and strength. And walking actually is great for this because walking, you feel the full shock throughout your skeleton, whereas like running, you actually bounce a little bit. So walking is one of the best things you can do to keep your bones strong.
Right. So, if you need, like, weight, does carrying Rex's food count? Because he eats a ton, right?
Yeah. Well, I've seen people wearing weighted vests now when they go walking as a workout. And I was like, yeah, in the military, we just wore rucksacks, and it does make you feel amazing when you walk without it. But,
Okay.
things you can do to improve like your jumping height is to wear like a weighted backpack when you're jumping, and then not wearing the backpack will help you jump higher. So I think
Got
about
it.
that because my husband plays volleyball and he's trying to improve his vertical. And so I'm going to get him to wear a backpack and be like, jump.
Okay, so we're going to be the podcast with the highest vertical leap.
That's what we're going for right now. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's the one thing that you can do to help with menopause is figure out what exercise works for you to help you with your mood regulation and getting in touch with your body and all those things. For better sleep, keeping your bedroom cool at night helps. And then seeing a nutritionist because your nutrition needs are going to change as you age just in general, but especially making sure you have the right thing you need with menopause. Like a lot of people who are past menarche who are having active periods are low in iron, right? Because you are shedding that uterine lining, you're shedding that blood, and you need to replace that iron. So as you go into menopause, you have different nutritional needs. So you should speak to a nutritionist.
On the internet, I've been seeing this meme that women like swords, and they're like, "Oh, my girlfriend got me this gift. I hated it, unless it's a sword." And I'm like, "Haha, is this why? Does that help replace the iron?"
No, I don't think anybody is getting iron from the sword. I think it's just a good joke for lesbians, especially, to like swords.
Oh, okay. Okay, I see it now.
I wonder which part of the internet you're on, Squeaky, but that's where I've seen it the most. I mean, why have a breakup when you could challenge the new love to a battle in swordplay in the Arby's parking lot? Right?
Oddly
Put a little
specific.
drama in your life. No, I have not ever done that. Just saying I should have, maybe.
My last girlfriend, the girl I was dating for like 5 years, we met in a HEMA class, a historic European martial arts.
Okay.
And we were sword fighting. We had heavy sabers, and she was actually able to stab me. So I was like, I don't know.
It's a great upper body workout.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
I mean, doing the stabbing, not getting stabbed, but yeah.
I mean,
Helps
you
a
need
lot.
micro trauma to the bones, right?
Right, yeah. And, taking a sword and whacking it against, solid objects, that's kind of like walking, but for your hands. Right. Okay, so other things that you can do is get enough vitamin D. Again, that goes to nutrition. And then the National Health of the UK, the United Kingdom, they have recommended that cutting down on caffeine, alcohol, and spicy foods can trigger hot flashes.
Oh, wait, hang on. You just get rid of all the fun stuff from your diet?
Yeah. I'll be like, I don't care if I sleep tonight. I am eating this curry. You cannot stop me.
Yeah, what were the three? So
caffeine, alcohol, and spicy food.
Yeah, that's like one good meal.
That's incredible. Is that what Sqeaky has for dinner on Thursday nights?
And Tuesday.
Okay. All right. But yeah, making sure that you have, again, the nutrition, calcium, vitamin D, and magnesium in your diet can help with the postmenopausal bone loss especially. So, yeah.
Okay.
So make sure you're talking to your general practitioner or your obstetrician, gynecologist, doctor. Hormone replacement therapy can help, is usually covered by your insurance.
Oh,
and if you
nice.
don't feel good because of menopause, getting medical help improves your quality of life and can help you meet your obligations and to not spend so much on getting care and not losing money because you can't work as well.
Can I make an educated guess, like in all seriousness?
Sure.
I'm guessing there's a non-zero amount of work days missed because of this. So
right?
if you're getting medical treatment, you're probably going to be able to go to work more and probably not miss out on raises and stuff. So getting treatment early sounds like a good idea, right?
Right. Yep.
Okay.
I think that, like for me, I was losing sleep and it's hard to show up to work when I just have not been able to sleep because I am sweating to death.
Yeah, see, you're not an old, boring white guy. I can miss sleep to show up at work, and I fail upward, so...
Yeah. All right. Well, folks, if you want to call in and talk about menopause and savings, we would love to hear from you. You can email athoughtforyourpenniespod@gmail.com or give us a call at 970-425-3060 and leave a short message that we could share on the air so we could all learn how to save money together.
And if you have any tips on failing upward, I haven't done that in a little while. I could use a raise.
Does it just come naturally?
Well, you only get so many, right? I've used like 2 of my 3 already this year.
Okay. All right.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Thought for Your Pennies. I'm Shawna, and this is Sqeaky.
Hey, I managed to save 2 pennies, and I'm going to donate them to the survivor of the LA fires.
The one survivor's getting both your pennies. That's so generous, Sqeaky. God, I can't keep
Oh, that's right. I'll find a few more pennies and donate to the survivors at linkcuts.org/LA fires.
Yep, helping each other out whenever there are problems is a great thing we should all be doing, even if we can't make it through a simple ad read without laughing.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Thought for Your Pennies, a show where we learn how to save money together. I'm Shawna, and this is Sqeaky.
Hi, my name's Sqeaky, and my blood pressure's already incredibly high.
That's right, Sqeaky. We're into your favorite part of the episode, the scams. Boop, boop, boop. Scams. We love the scams.
So let me get this straight. You got a soundboard, and you're using your mouth to go, blah, 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 blah.
I don't have the bump, 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 bump soundboard. I know. I just got a soundboard, and I don't have any. I have this one.
No, that's not the right one.
It's not. Oh.
I mean, if we could do that to scams, yeah, but...
What about this one? Scam.
Again, if we could do that to the scam, just like put the
cancel.
brakes on.
No scam. Scam-free zone.
That would be ideal. But I think scams already exist in what's supposed to be a scam-free zone.
Yeah. Well, so we're going to go over the scams that are related to menopause specifically. And we've set this up pretty well, right? Because there's so much confusion out there where people are like, oh, the most effective treatment actually causes cancer. It does or it doesn't or whatever. People have been trying to figure out just like on their own what can and can't work or spending lots of money on stuff. And it's like, you got to talk to a doctor and figure it out. But here are some other ways that you can spot whether something will work or not work if it's not a prescription. So, You ready?
Never, never.
Okay. According to Dr. Lisa Larkin, who was talking to everydayhealth.com, she says to avoid anything that says proprietary blend since you don't really know what's in it.
Yeah, that makes sense. If it's supposed to be medicine, it has to have its ingredients disclosed.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
okay.
it's probably not harmful, but it's probably not helpful either.
I mean, so many of these supplements being so wildly unregulated, a ton of them just have who knows what at the factory. I've
Yeah.
heard reports of people getting sick or hurt from there being lead or rat poison in these things. It's not common, but it happens because no regulation.
Right. Yeah, so if you don't know what's in them and you're on other medications, there could be drug interactions. So stay away from things that say proprietary blend because you just don't know what's in it. The American College of Obstetrics and Gynecologists has a supplement advice as well. So they say that, one thing you can look for is clinically tested is not the same thing as clinically proven.
Yeah, because I could clinically test something, learn that it's garbage, and still label it clinically tested.
Yeah. Like, well, we spent money on this, so we're going to go ahead and put it out there as tested, right? So be on the lookout for that. Also, expert recommended is meaningless. Because anybody can be an expert.
Yeah, who decides? Yeah.
Nobody. I mean, everybody. I don't know. There's no, you are an expert, right? Yeah, there has to be some qualifiers on that.
Like, I'd believe it more if it was like Dr. So-and-so, and I could go look up Dr. So-and-so, and they were not a TV personality. They were like a scientist on
Board
papers.
certified something.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That's so much better than like Dr. Phil recommends or expert recommends or 4
Yeah.
out of 5 dentists.
4 out of 5 experts. Yeah, really. Natural is also meaningless.
Means nothing.
Lots of things are natural that are just not good for you.
Well, where the hell's even the boundary? Right?
I don't know.
I mean,
don't know.
when you pick it out of the field, it's made of atoms. When it goes to the factory, it's made of atoms. When it's put in a bottle, it's made of atoms. When you put it in your mouth, it's still made. When did the natural and artificial get in there?
Natural, the definition of natural is made of atoms. That's true.
I did imply that, didn't I?
No, I'm kidding.
I'm going to eat all the atoms.
Yeah, so natural, not really well defined, not a regulated label, not helpful when you are trying to figure out what to use.
On that vein, can supplements be labeled organic? Because I know that's a protected term that means something. Not a lot, but it means something.
Yeah, I am not an expert, but organic, I think, means the less amount of fertilizers or pesticides in cultivating something. Yeah, but natural. Getting back to natural, that is not regulated at all. Organic's regulated, natural is not.
What about free range? Can you have free range medicine?
Free range, I think, came out with chickens, and there is a clinical definition, but I think the free range definition is actually not as good as grass fed. I don't know.
Okay, got it. I want my medicine to be grass fed.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, perfect. Perfect.
If the product cites clinical tests or studies, find out the specifics. What was the size of the study?
Oh.
Was there a control group? Not all studies are good quality studies.
Actually digging in and reading about it. Yeah. Yeah. It might be boring, but this is that time-money trade-off. You can invest a couple hours at a time and sometimes read and learn something about the medicines and actually, figure out if it's right for you.
Right, yeah. And here's another doctor, Nanette Santaro, is a obstetrician, gynecologist, and she says that avoid compounded bioidentical hormones. These are hormone treatments that are custom made by special pharmacies using a doctor's prescription. Compounded medications are not approved or regulated by the FDA, so there's no way to guarantee that you're getting the right amount of a hormone that you need.
Sounds like good advice.
Yeah.
I know that there's a constant anti-regulation sentiment in the U.S., but it's really not well-founded. That regulation keeps us all safe all the time, and it just feels like nothing because it works so much of the time, so we just take it for granted.
Right. But you need regulations, especially when it comes to powerful medications or medications that you need, right? You want to make sure it actually has the thing you need and is coming from a source you can trust, right?
Yeah. Makes sense.
And now we're going to get into an area of scams of sexual health.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Because
Well,
this is a little bit of a taboo topic, because when you age in general, your skin gets thinner everywhere, including on your genitalia. And so what happens to women is that sexual intercourse can become painful because the tissues and the vulva around the vagina get thinner. And so there are all of these things that are being sold that are kind of scams, that are vaginal rejuvenations or vagina lasers to try and help that, but that is not what you need.
but didn't all the doctors who like wrote the procedures for how to, install IUDs, didn't they say women can't feel pain? Like,
Yeah,
what is
right?
this? What's
Yeah. There's the vaginal rejuvenation, I guess, is a growing sector, and things like vaginal steaming or lasers are not backed up by scientific evidence and are probably a waste of money.
Don't put steam on your junk. I mean, hang on. We should get a Patreon, and if we get like 100 subscribers, I'll put steam on my junk.
Oh, wow. Nobody wants to pay for that, Sqeaky.
Oh.
I mean, maybe your OnlyFans account does, but...
we have a very different podcast audience than I'm used to.
So things that actually can help are water or silicone-based lubricants. That can be helpful for intercourse, and there are creams that you can get that can help the tissues in this very sensitive area that's available by prescription that has hormones in it. That's the stuff you want to get, not the whatever stuff that's being sold in the store as to being able to help you around there. You want to talk to your doctor, even bring up your sexual health with your doctor and get something that can actually work for you.
Got it. Skip unfounded, unverified gimmicks. Buy evidence-based medicine.
Right. Yep.
Okay.
And you should avoid over-the-counter hormone tests, because your hormone levels change every day, and having this information is not really useful.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. So there you have it, the menopause scams that you can avoid.
Hey, something really weird. Not one of these scams involved gift cards.
No.
Okay.
I mean, maybe the people offering vaginal steam baths take gift cards.
I am failing to see how that makes that more of a scam. But, like, so many of our scams are like, it's a scam because gift cards. And, like, hey, none of this is... Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. There's nothing in here about the payment. It's all about the product or procedure, what is actually helpful and what's not. Yeah.
So this feels like an underdeveloped scam market. Okay, we'll keep our eyes on this one.
Anyway, so if you have thoughts on scams, menopause scams, we'd love to hear from you. You can reach out at athoughtforyourpenniespod@gmail.com, or you can give us a call at 970-425-3060. We would be glad to share your short clip on air so we can all learn how to save money together.